Hi everyone, good morning. So we are already here in this webinar and thank you for coming. So far we have 107 attendees. We're very happy to have you and thank you guys. We really appreciate your time. I'm very happy to have you all here. We appreciate we also appreciate your intent to hone your skills and be better in your craft for those who are real estate and practicing real estate professionals, and for those who are not practicing real estate professionals, for the clients who might be interested to fix their own estate taxes and owner's taxes. We have something very special for you. It's a very important thing that we feel that is important to be discussed, most especially at this time. And we understand that this is normally a highly forgotten or neglected part of the daily lives, because sometimes we get lost in the business of our everyday work. And discussing about estate taxes and owner's taxes and the effect of the train law, which is actually in effect naman, and minsan lang hindi lang siya na nagagamit because but this is already available for you, and today's webinar is our way of giving back to the community that we love so much, because this is our skill set. And sometimes, yun nga, as we said, it's usually a forgotten area of life, and we intend to help our community this way because this is what we know and what we do best. And this is a law that has been effected already for the past couple of years, and we do know that it could work for you and that this is something that you can use for you and your family. Okay, so here are our slides. The topic today will be about train law amendments on estate tax, or what is commonly known as Republic Act 10963. This simply is about the train law because the old tax code has very different rates when somebody passes on, and when you have a property and then the estate taxes that you need to settle, all the way down to when you have to pass it on to your legitimate heirs. So just to give you a very brief background, the objective of this train law is very simple. It is to create a fair, simpler, and more effective tax collection system. And this webinar is actually a continuation of the previous session that we have. No, if last time we discussed the treatment of a property's decedents if he died on or before December 31, 2017, today's topic will be a discussion of those properties that are owned by a decedent who died January 1 and 2018 onwards. Because the train law will have significant tax effects and different tax rates for the estate tax and the donor's tax of the person who left over properties for their heirs. So today we'll be discussing that, and we really have a lot of things in store for you, and I hope you stay tuned until the end of the webinar because we have a lot of information to share with you. We even have examples. We will also be entertaining a few questions, and later I'll be giving you the guidelines as to how to process this in an organized manner. We currently have quite a lot of people here. We already have 126 participants and counting pa. A lot of people coming in. Feel free to invite your friends and family members who you feel like might be, might find this very beneficial for them. Very important to talk about this today, and we are giving it away for free. This is a very highly valuable information. So before we proceed to the webinar, I'd like to give you an idea who we are. Kasi baka mamaya you're thinking, ano ba naman to? Bibigay sila ng information about estate tax and real estate, pero we don't know who these people are. So just to give you a brief background, what is Conveyance? Conveyance is a private company that specializes in professional, competent, and reliable real estate services in the Philippines. So we are composed of a diverse team of licensed professionals, legal, technical experts, and licensed officers, and we cater to a wide array of land title transfer services. So basically, we are professional licensed real estate brokers, and we have created a team to service you in your land title transfer concerns. So what are our services? These are the things we do on a regular basis. So we do title transfer. We also do extrajudicial settlement of estate of real properties. This simply means yung mga inherited properties, if you have to pass it on from the decedent all the way to the heirs. We also assist in the reconstitution of property titles. So this simply means if the title copy in the RD was lost, we can assist you with that. Or for example, if you have lost your title copy and you need another copy, it's not as simple as it seems. No, there's a process for that, and we also help you out with that. Also, the verification of property location. If you have a title and you don't know where it's at, or you don't know the meets and bounds, or if you want to understand kung merong encroachment, or are the boundaries of your property still correct, this is also one way that we can do it. We also have that service. So we have partner geodetic engineers that can do that for you. We also do due diligence or title verification. If you want to buy a property and you want us to get the certified copies and documentation from the local government offices on your behalf, we also do that for you so that your time could be spent on more valuable things. No, if you have a business to run, you have more highly valuable work that you can do. It's very important that you also delegate this. And this is a professional company we're talking about that we can help you really out in getting these documents for you. So another thing that we do is also the assistance on payments of real estate property taxes. So if you want to pay this and you don't have the time to do it, we can do it for you. And also cancellation of annotations on the title, most especially mortgages. Okay. So why do we do what we do? Before we get down to business and before we give this webinar, we just want to tell you that it is a basic, the company is basically a product that we created for ourselves. It is born out of our desire to serve the market professionally because we know that the Filipinos usually just wants to, buy their dream home, gusto lang nila bumili, but the problem is pagdating sa documentation, nagkakagulo, hindi nila naiintindihan yung paano gagawin. Or like, in the case of today's topic, somebody died and they have a property and they don't know what to do. They have no idea about how to handle their taxes and properties and what's the process, what paperwork do they need. It just simply began as a product that we wanted to provide for ourselves, and we just want to provide the most convenient way for the local Filipino community, and of course our local for our foreign nationals that are our clients that are also living here in the Philippines that own properties. All of you who are property owners to be provided with a very convenient way to handle your property title concerns. So this is just our motto. So we just want to make or simplify and make title transfer convenient. It seems very daunting and complicated. There are so many processes. We do know that already, but we're here to help you guys out. So this is what we are. We've been in the industry for more than 10 years. And just to give you a quick idea, the president and CEO who will be giving us the talk today is Mr. Hardy Lipana. He's currently the president and CEO of Conveyance Realty Services, Inc. It is a company that specializes in offering various land title transfer and similar real estate services. He was the former general manager and head of OMI Land Title Transfer Services. It's an affiliate company of Prime Orion and now a subsidiary of Ayala Land, Inc. He's a licensed real estate broker and he's adept with the various aspects of land registration and is very well versed with current land regulations pertaining to property acquisition and disposition, together with the dynamics of government procedures and compliance for registration process. Hardy was able to develop his expertise in this field for more than 15 years of actual work experience and in handling and resolving all types of land title issues from the simple to the complex cases. And in putting up conveyance, one of his goals is to share his expertise and experience to assist property owners and real estate brokers with their land title transfer needs. So he will be the one to give us the talk, and I, your host, is Mr. Julius de la Cruz. I'm also a professional licensed real estate broker. I've been in the industry for more than 10 years. Well, almost close to 14 na by now, no? No, even more. So, and we've been doing helping out clients, and we've been in the real estate business for that long. And this is what we do on a day-to-day basis. And we have a lot of things to show you and to share with you today that might be of value to your business. So, just to help you guys out, just a few reminders before we start. We will be putting everyone on mute so that it's very easy to handle this conversation, and just so we avoid some background noise. And but if you have questions, please feel free to post them. We have a Q&A button right there that you will find in your Zoom accounts. So you have that, post your questions there. We will be collecting them later, or if not there, you can also post them in the chat room. And I can see some people are already asking a few questions. We will be collating these. Oh yeah, this is a mga questions na rin, and we will be collating these. We will be answering these towards the end of the webinar. So you can do it either through the question box or the chat box. So right now, I'll be welcoming Mr. Hardy Lipana. We can start already. We can already start with the webinar formally. I'll be stop sharing my screen now.
Okay, good morning again, everyone, and welcome to our second part of our webinar series. This is on how to save properly on taxes on your property inheritance. So this morning, I will be discussing the train law amendments on estate tax. No, this is another very interesting topic. No, because the train law amendments on estate tax covers the estate of the decedents who died from January 1, 2018 up to the present. No, the last time in our previous webinar, no, I discussed the estate tax amnesty, no, which is different because for the estate tax amnesty, no, it covers estate of decedents who died before, on or before December 31, 2017. Okay, so as a train law, it covers yung mga recent, no, yung mga estate, yung mga namatay from January 1, 2018 onwards. Okay, so I understand that today we have new participants. Okay, so please bear with me. I'll be discussing some topics that I discussed the last seminar, but I think this is also good for you because this will be a refresher, no? So you will understand, especially the terms, no, terminologies about estate tax. Okay, so now I'd like to discuss about the estate tax settlement problems. No, estate taxes here in the Philippines, no, um, is one of the lowest performers, no, in the tax system. Okay, so although it has the longest deadline already, no, it is paid on the in the old tax code, no, it must be paid within 6 months after the date of death, no. So even it has a longer deadline, no, most of the time, no, the payments are delayed, or or it's unsettled, no. It's either payments are delayed or most of the estate taxes are unsettled, no. So you might ask why, no, why did it become a problem? Okay, two things. Okay, first is the process, no. The estate tax settlement is a complicated process. Okay, so okay, so okay, it's a complicated process. It entails it entails compiling several documentary requirements, no, and submitting it to various government agencies, no. So it entails going back and forth to various government agencies and payment of several taxes, no. Aside from the estate tax, no, you still need to pay transfer taxes, no, and other fees, no. The other problem was the high estate tax rate, no, which could go as high as 20%, no, of the net estate, no. So the problem was, no, the heirs, no, they were not able to settle it on time. So the penalties and interest accumulated, no, to the point wherein the value of the interest and penalties, okay, uh, is higher than the market value of the property. Okay, so it doesn't make sense anymore for the heirs to settle the estate tax, no? Kasi masyado nang malaki and the value is higher than the property. So these are the problems of the estate tax. So the government saw this problem, no? That's why they introduced this law, no? Okay. So the train law, no? Tax reform for acceleration and inclusion. Okay, so what is the train law? Okay, the train law was signed last December 19, 2017. Okay, it covers several revisions, no, in the old tax code, not only estate taxes, no. So it also involves revisions on the individual income taxation, passive income, estate tax, which I will be discussing this morning, donors tax, value added tax, excise tax, and documentary stamp tax. So the BA are implementing rules and regulations, no, for the train law for the estate taxes, no. It is under BIR RR number 12-2018. No? So you can see all the rules and regulations pertaining to the amendments, no, of the train law on the estate taxes. Okay. Okay. So what is the objective? No. So why did the government pass this law? Okay. So the objective of the government is to create a fair, simpler, and more effective tax system to lessen the overall tax burden of taxpayers and generate revenues to fund the government's build agenda. So first, no, this is one of the revenue generating activities of the government to fund their build projects. No? But at the same time, no, the objective is to create a fair, the keywords here are fair and simpler and more effective, okay, tax collections system to lessen the burden of the taxpayers. No? So that's what's important. No? So they passed this law, okay, to create a fair and simpler system to lessen the burden or to make it easier to the taxpayers, no, to settle their taxes. Okay. When did it became effective? Became effective last January 1, 2018. Okay. So before I discuss the amendments, I'd like to give lang a background, especially for those who didn't attend the last seminar. No, what is estate tax? Okay, estate tax, no, is a tax imposed on the right of the deceased person to transmit his or her estate or properties to his or her lawful heirs and beneficiaries at the time of death. It is based on the law in force at the time of death. Okay. So estate tax, no, again, no, is not a tax on the property. It is a tax imposed on the right or the privilege of the deceased, no, person, yung patay na, to transfer his estate sa heirs niya, no. Now you might ask, no, tama ba yun na even though you're dead, no, meron ka pa ring taxes na kailangan bayaran, no? Well, unfortunately, yes, no. Even if you die, no, you still have your tax obligation, no, para ma-transfer yung estate mo sa mga heirs, no. Yung mga heirs mo needs to pay the estate taxes, okay? So ito nga yung sinasabi ko last seminar, yung term ng BIR, no, na even though ngayon, bambuhay ka, nagbabayad ka, no, but pag namatay ka, no, hahabulin ka pa din na you still need to pay, no. So parang sa kasal till death do us part, no. Okay. Why is it important, no? Bakit importante yung estate tax? Okay. The estate tax is very important, no, because the properties, no, the title of the properties of the deceased, no, okay, cannot be transferred to the heirs, no, okay, cannot be transferred to the heirs, no, okay, and then at the same time, no, if the heirs, no, they already have a buyer for the property, no, gusto na nilang ibenta, they want to take advantage dun sa inheritance sila, they cannot sell it, no, because the title of that property cannot be transferred to the buyer unless, okay, unless you file the estate tax returns and you pay the estate tax. Okay, so that's how important it is. The heirs cannot enjoy the benefits of their property inheritance without the payment of estate tax. No, hindi matatransfer sa kanila, no, yung title ng mga properties. Okay, at hindi rin nila yun pwedeng maibenta, no, until they settle the estate taxes, no, and file the estate tax returns. Okay, so ano ba yung composition and how do you value yung estate, no, yung gross estate? Okay, so yung composition ng gross estate, okay, so for residents and citizens, no, it consists of all properties, real and personal, wherever situated. Okay, so for yung mga non-resident aliens naman, mga foreigners, no, only real and personal properties situated here in the Philippines. Okay, ano yung mga example nito? So all properties of the decedent, no, yung land, lupa, bahay, no, shares of stocks, bonds, sasakyan, no, kasama yan, bank deposits, no, that's all part of the estate. Okay, so yan yung composition ng gross estate. Okay, real and personal properties. So what's the valuation? How do you value? No? Paano man lamang kung magkano babayaran ng estate tax? What will be the basis of the BIR? Okay, for real properties, no, okay, like ito yung real estate properties, no, the basis of valuation is the zonal value or fair market value. Okay, fair market value issued by the city or provincial assessor at the time of death of the decedent, whichever is higher. Okay. So kung for example, yung decedent died in 2018, okay, yung zonal value or fair market value ng property last 2018, that will be the basis of the estate tax, no? Hindi yung current value, okay? But take note, no, whichever is higher, the BAR will compute whichever is higher among the two, okay? Okay, now I'll be discussing the important train law amendments, no? Kasi this is very important kasi you will see the difference, no, compared to the old tax code, how it became beneficial to the taxpayers, no, to settle their estate taxes. Okay. Okay, first, the estate tax rates. Okay. Before, under the old tax code, okay, the estate taxes are based depending on the value of the net estate. No? Okay, this is based on a table. Okay, so for example, the value of the estate is only less than 200,000, then it's tax exempt. No? Walang estate tax. So if it's 500,000, it's 5% and 200,000 in excess of 500,000. Kung 2 million, 8% plus 50,000 plus 8% in excess of 500,000. No? Kung 5 million yung worth ng net estate, no, it's 11% plus, okay, plus 135, 11% in excess of 2 million plus 135,000. No? Kung 10 million or more than 10 million, okay, the tax will be, okay, 1.215 million plus 20% in excess of 10 million. So medyo mabigat, medyo malaki, lalo na kung maraming properties yung decedent, no? Up to a high of 20%, no, ng babayaran. Okay? Now, under the train law, okay, the good news is it's now a fixed rate of 6%. Okay, so irregardless of the value of net estate, right now, under the train law, no, you just need to pay a fixed rate of 6%. Okay, so irregardless siya, either higher than 10 million, no, hindi na 20%, 6% na lang. Fixed rate na lang siya. Okay, so it's much lower. Next, no, last seminar, I discussed itong mga allowable deductions. So ano yung benefits, how you can save further sa estate taxes mo, no? So itong allowable deductions, so these are granted by the government, no, to further reduce yung estate tax rates natin, no? Like yung sa mga income tax natin, di ba? Meron tayo dong mga deductions para bumaba yung bayaran natin na tax, no? Together, the same with the estate taxes, no? Meron mga allowed deductions yung government para ma-claim natin, no? So to further reduce our estate taxes liabilities, okay? Ano ito? And ano yung mga changes dito? This last seminar, okay? First, funeral expenses, no? Funeral expenses, ito yung all expenses that pertains that funeral expense that actual funeral expenses, no? So ito yung mga, this pertains not only to the wake but yung mga burial expenses. Ito yung actual expenses during yung funeral, no? So ano yung allowed na deduction dito? So you can claim a deduction of 5% of gross estate or 200,000, whichever is lower, no? So you just need to submit yung mga receipts, no, official receipts, original receipts to claim these deductions under the old tax code. Under the train law, no, this deduction was repealed, no? So hindi na to allowed. Okay? Second, judicial expenses. Ano tong judicial expenses? Ito yung mga expenses na you incurred while settling your estate taxes, no? Either judicial or extra-judicial. No, for example, you hired a lawyer or you hired an accountant, no, or a service provider, no, para mag-ayos ng estate tax mo. Before, you can claim it as deduction, yung expenses na nagastos mo doon, no? You just show the official receipt that you engage a lawyer or service provider, you can claim it as deduction. Under the train law, this was repealed also. Okay? Wala na siya, hindi na siya allowed. Okay? The next one is the medical expenses. Before, you can claim an medical expenses up to amount of 500,000, no, for the medical expenses incurred within 1 year from the time of death. No, just need to submit yung original receipts, no, of yung medical expenses. Under the train law, it was also repealed. No? Now, you might ask, no, akala ko ba advantageous tong train law? Akala ko ba mas okay ito, mas mapapababa nito yung estate tax. Eh bakit tinanggalan pa nga ng mga deductions? Yung mga deductions before na pwedeng i-claim, tinanggal. Okay. Here's the reason. Okay. For the standard deductions, the other deductions, no, they increased the limit. Okay. Like specifically for this, for the two, no, standard deductions and family home, no. Before, in the old tax code, no, you can claim up to a maximum of 1 million standard deduction. No, standard deduction, automatic yan. Regardless, basta you died before December 31, 2017, covered ka niyan, no? You can claim a deduction of 1 million para bumaba yung estate tax mo. Under the train law, they increased it to 5 million, no? 5 million na yung standard deduction mo, okay? So kung ang value ng estate mo, wala kang masyadong properties, no, is less than 5 million or 5 million, no, tax exempt ka na. Okay? The next one, family home. Before, family home, ito yung principal residence ng decedent, no? Kung saan siya last place of residence siya, kung saan siya namatay, no? Ito yung dwelling place din ng mga heirs niya. Before, came at deduction of 1 million, additional deduction. How? By just submitting a certification from the barangay that this is your family home, you can claim a deduction of 1 million. Under the train law, no, they increase it to 10 million. Okay? So mas malaki na, they increase the limit, no? Okay, so another example, kung yung value ng property mo, yung family home, no, yung principal residence mo is less than 10 million, no? Tax exempt ka na. Wala ka nang babayarang estate tax. Okay? So ang laki ng difference. Okay? Later on, I will show you an example para makita nyo, no, kung ano yung what I'm talking about, no. Okay. Okay, these other deductions, ito na-retain ito, no, for the benefit of yung mga others who were not here last seminar, no. Ito yung mga other deductions, pwede nyo pa rin itong i-claim, no, even on the train law, hindi ito na-repealed or hindi ito tinanggal. Okay, ito yung mga claims against the estate, no. Ano to? Ito yung claims against the estate. For example, yung namatay, no, meron siyang utang. Okay, pwede natin yan i-claim as deduction provided that it's enforceable by law. Meron siyang notarized document, no, na nagpapatunay na meron siya talagang utang, hindi niya nabayaran. Okay, pwede niyang gamitin as additional deduction. Okay, next, ano pa yung pwedeng i-claim na deduction para bumaba yung estate tax, no? Unpaid mortgages, no. For example, meron siyang existing na real estate mortgage, no, hindi pa niya na fully pay, no, pwede niyang gamitin as deduction yun, yung unpaid portion, pwedeng magamit yun as deduction, no. Papakita niya lang yung document, yung real estate mortgage document. Okay? Next, ano pa yung pwedeng maklaim as deduction? Claims from insolvent persons. Ano ito? For example, merong may utang, no, merong may utang dun sa namatay, no, hindi na nakabayad, hindi na nasingil nung namatay, no. Yung outstanding amount na collectible, pwedeng maklaim as deduction dun sa estate nung namatay. Okay, so these are additional deductions which were retained under the train law. Pwede pa rin nating i-claim yan. Okay? Ano pa? Ito, I was not able to discuss this, no, last webinar, no. Ito, importante rin to. No, additional deduction ito yung mga properties previously taxed, no. Now, you might ask, ano yan? Ano yung mga properties previously taxed, no? Ito yung mga properties, no, which were acquired by the decedent within 5 years, no, from the time of death, no, through a gratuitous title, either through donation or inheritance, no. Anong ibig sabihin yan? For example, no, bago siya namatay, okay, within 1 year, bago siya namatay, meron siyang namana na property. So yung value nun, 100% ng value ng property na yun, no, pwedeng magamit as additional deduction. Okay? Example man, meron siyang namana more than 1 year but less than 2 years from the date of death, no, 80% of the value of that property can be claimed as deduction. Okay? Pwede niya maklaim as deduction. Okay? Pero meron siyang namana or property or na-acquired through donation more than 2 years but less than 3 years from his death, 60% of value ng property can be claimed as deduction. Okay? Kung he inherited a property more than 3 years but less than 4 years, no, 40% ng value ng property nun, pwede pa rin maklaim as deduction. No? And the last one, kung within 5 years, more than 4 years but less than 5 years, 20% the value ng property, no, na inherit niya, na acquire niya through inheritance or donate sa kanya, no, pwede niyang magamit as additional deduction. No? So, ang daming mga deductions no, na pwede natin we can avail para mapababa lalo yung estate taxes natin. Okay. So, ano pa yung mga major amendments dun sa train law no, na binago compared dun sa old tax code? Okay. Ito yon, no? Before, no, one of the requirements under the old tax code, itong filing of notice of death, no? Requirement ito ng BIR na dapat within 2 months, no, upon the death of the decedent, kailangan natin mag-file ng notice of death sa BIR. Okay? Ano yan, no? Dapat, no, within 2 months, upon the death of the decedent, you must file a formal notice sa BIR informing them na namatay na. Okay? Namatay na yung decedent. Okay? Why? No? Failure to file that, no, pag hindi kayo nakapag-file yan and nag-settle kayo ng estate, no, masasubject din kayo sa penalties. So, sayang. Okay? Now, under the train law, hindi na yan required. Okay? So, hindi na required yung filing of notice of death. You don't need to file a notice of death, no, anymore under the train law. Okay? Second, ito, importante ito. Period of filing. Ito yung I was discussing before. No, yung estate tax before, under the old tax code, you need to settle it within 6 months, no, from the time of death. Okay? But right now, no, under the train law, they extended it to 1 year. No? 1 year na yung deadline, hindi na 6 months. No? So, now you have now more time. No? You have now more time, no, to settle the estate taxes. Okay? Third, CPA statement. No? Before, this is also a requirement para sa pag-filing ng estate tax returns. No? Kung yung value ng gross estate is more than 2 million, no, you have to get a CPA statement, no, from a CPA. Yan, may cost din yan, no, kasi kailangan mo sa isang accountant, CPA, mag-issue siya ng certification. No? Right now, under the train law, no, kailangan yung gross estate niya is more than 5 million na before you need to submit a CPA statement. So if it's below 5 million, no need na yung requirement na yan. Okay, so tinanggal na nila. Okay? Next, ito, importante ito. Withdrawal from bank accounts. Okay? Under the old tax code, this is not allowed until the estate tax is settled. No? What do I mean? Before, no, kung meron ito yung nagkakaproblema before, no, kung merong mga bank deposits yung namatay, no, hindi na withdraw bago siya namatay. Before, the banks will require the settlement of the estate, no, yung car, no, from the BIR, kailangan ma-settle muna yung estate bago sila i-allow, no, ma-withdraw. Right now, no, under the train law, pwede na, no? Pwede nang ma-withdraw, no, yung money doon sa bank account. Okay? Kahit hindi mo pa sinesettle yung estate tax. Provided, no, it will be subject to a 6% withholding tax. Okay? But at least the good news is, pwede mo nang magamit kagad yung pera, no? Para yun yung magamit mo to settle the estate taxes. Pwede mo na siyang ma-withdraw. Okay? Hindi mo na kailangan i-settle muna yung estate taxes, makakuha sa CAR sa BIR bago i-release ng bangko yung money. Okay? Okay, last. Ito yung very important. I will be discussing this in details after. No? Yung mode of payment. Okay? Before, under the old tax code, yung mode of payment lang natin is cash. No? Wala tayong option. Kailangan you have to pay it in cash and you have to pay it in full. No, under the train law, no, they give us 2 options. No. Now, aside from cash, no, you can pay it in cash installment or partial disposition of estate. Okay, so ano ito? Ano itong mga methods na ito? Okay, ito yung mga major changes, no, sa train law. Cash installment. Okay? Now, right now, no, under the train law, the government now will allow you to pay in installment, no. So it will now be it will make it easier for you, no, and affordable, no, because you can pay now depending on your capacity, no, kasi you can pay in installment, no. Hindi na pwedeng unlike before na you need to pay in full, no. Right now it is allowed, no. But how do you avail of this, no? Ano yung mga requirements yan? Okay? First, no, it should be within 2 years, no, upon filing of the estate tax return, no, you should avail of this provision within 2 years upon the filing of estate tax return. Okay. Next, okay, next requirement, the estate tax, no, must be filed within 1 year from date of the decedent. No, ito yung required na under the train law, di ba? Before 6 months lang, dapat dito within 1 year naman, ma-file mo na yung estate tax. Okay. Huwag ka na lumampas sa deadline. Pag lumampas ka ng 1 year, you cannot avail this provision, yung cash installment. Hindi na yan allowed. Okay? Pangalawa, okay, yung terms of payment, no, the terms of payment should be indicated in the um, estate tax returns, no, subject to approval of the BAR. So when you file the estate tax returns, no, you have to include it there. No, you have to indicate it there. No, you want to pay in installment, okay, and then it will be subject to the approval of the BIR. No, so this provision, no, it's very helpful, no, very beneficial to the heirs, no, kasi it is easy on the pocket, no. Actually, right now, it's ongoing right now. This the what they call BIR promo, no, for this the cash installment. They call it buy now, pay later, no. Just kidding, joke lang yun, ha. Okay, however, ano yung risk nito? No, for example, nag-avail ka ng cash installment, no, within 2 years na babayaran mo, pero you were not able to pay it on time. Okay, so in case of the lapse of 2 years, no, without the payment of total tax due, no, the balance will be due and will be subject to penalties and interest. So pag hindi mo na bayaran, no, within 2 years, no, yung installment, no, masasubject siya sa penalties and interest. Okay? Next, ano yung isa? Yung isa pa na flexible method of payment. Partial disposition of estate, no? Ano yan? Ano ibig sabihin yan, no? Before, no, under the old tax code, no, like I've discussed, no, you have to declare all the properties, no, and you have to settle and pay the estate taxes of all those properties before they can give you a clearance para ma-transfer lahat yung mga titles na yun ng properties papunta sa inyo, no. So before, for example, no, yung namatay meron siyang 3 properties under the old tax code, kailangan mabayaran mo yung estate taxes ng 3 properties na yon before the BIR can issue a clearance para ma-transfer yung title na yun. So ano yung nagiging problema? Ito yung nagiging problem before. For example, no, yung namatay, meron siyang 3 properties doon, okay? And then, masyadong mataas yung estate tax, hindi nila mabayaran yung estate, hindi nila mabenta. Pero may isa doon, property, no, na merong potential, meron ng buyer, no? Okay? Gusto nang bilhin ng buyer, okay? Kaya lang, under the old tax code, hindi nila yung pwedeng mabenta hanggat di nila nababayaran yung estate taxes for the 3 properties, no? However, with the train law, under the train law, pwede na partial disposition. What does it mean? Pwede na nabayaran nyo muna yung estate for that particular property. For example, yung isang property lang na yon. So partial settlement lang. Okay, yun lang muna. So at least mas mababa na. You don't need to pay for the estate taxes of the 3 properties, but for the 1 property lang. Okay? However, ano yan? Ano yung catch dito? However, yung catch dito, the proceeds, no, yung proceeds ng property na yon na mabebenta nyo will be used to settle the balance of the estate. Okay? So i-allow kayo ng BIR, o sige, hindi mo masyadong malaking estate taxes ng 3 properties, o settle mo muna yung estate tax ng isang property. However, no, the proceeds of the sale, pag nabenta mo na yan, no, must be used to settle the estate tax due of the 3 properties. Okay? So how do you avail this, no? First, you need to have a written request, no? Written request for partial disposition. It must be submitted together with a notarized, ito yung sinasabi ko, may notarized undertaking that the proceeds will be used to settle the estate tax due. Okay, dapat clear yun, no? Yung proceeds na pinagbentahan ng property na yun will be used to settle the estate tax due. Okay? Second, the estate tax shall be proportionate to the property being disposed of, no? So yun lang yung i-assess sa'yo ng BIR, no? Proportionate kung ano yung property na ibibenta. Okay? And then, an e-car will be issued, no? Para dun sa property na yon, no? Para ma-transfer yung title niya and maibenta siya. Okay? However, ganun din, no? So, in case, for example, nag-avail ka niyan, pero yung proceeds, no? Yung nakuha mo na pera doon sa pinagbentahan ng property, hindi mo ginamit to settle yung estate tax balance, no? Now, it will become due and will be subject to surcharge, interest, and penalties from the deadline of payment of the estate tax. No? So yun yung importante. No, once you avail of this, now you have to make sure na yung proceeds na yun, no, will be used to settle the balance of the estate. Okay. Otherwise, it will be subject to penalties and interest. Okay. Okay, I'll show you an example, no? Ito, dito with this example, you will see ano yung benefits nitong train law amendments, state taxes. Okay. So example, ito, we have si Mr. Rich, no? He's an 85-year-old businessman, okay? Married. Namatay siya New Year's Eve, December 31, 2017. Okay? Okay, he left a number of real estate properties. Ito yung gross estate niya. Okay, so namatay siya New Year's Eve noong December 31, 2017. So hindi pa to covered ng train law under the old tax code, no? Family home niya 10 million, real properties 15 million, other assets 5 million, no? Before his death, meron siyang allowable deduction na 5 million worth of medical expenses, saka funeral expenses na 1 million. Now, question, how much would be his estate tax? Okay, so under the old tax code, okay, so we compute, no, yung gross estate niya is 30 million, then we less the deduction. Take note, ito lang yung maximum, kahit 1 million yung funeral expenses niya, ang maximum lang is 200,000. And then yung special deduction niya, 1 million lang yung allowed in the old tax code. Standard deduction, 1 million. Medical expenses, 500,000. So total deduction niya is 2.7 million. Net estate niya, 27 million. No? And then ililess yung share ng spouse niya kasi siya lang naman yung namatay. Okay. So ang estate tax yun na nababayaran, no, with a net estate of 13.6 million is 1.9 million. Okay. Okay, this is under the old tax code. Okay, I will show you another example. Ito naman, si Mr. Richer. Ito, mas maswerte siya. Namatay siya noong New Year, January 1, 2018, no? Nalaman niya na merong ipapasa na train law, bagong batas, no? Inintay niya, no? Hindi siya namatay noong December 21, 2017, January 1, 2018. Okay? So covered na siya ng train law. The same din, pareho lang sila ng properties, no? Family home, real properties, other assets. Same expenses, same allowable deductions incurred, ganun din, no? Magkano yung estate tax niya under the train law? Okay, under train law, okay, so yung gross estate niya, 30 million yung total, okay? Ngayon, hindi na siya pwedeng mag-avail ng funeral expenses, no? Hindi na yan allowed, na-repealed na yan. Ana. Together with yung medical expenses, hindi na rin pwede, hindi na allowed. However, ito yung makikita nyo. This is one of the advantage, no? Yung deductions, okay? Before, ang maximum niya lang for the standard deduction is 1 million. Right now, it's 5 million. Yung family home, he was able to claim a deduction up to amount of 10 million. Okay? So yung total deduction niya is 15 million. Okay? Less yung share ng spouse niya, yung net taxable estate niya na is 7.5 million na lang. Okay? Instead na 13 million compared dun sa other example. And then, yung estate tax due niya, no? Instead na it is based dun sa 20%, no? Dun sa old tax code, 6% na lang. So ngayon, 450,000 na lang yung kailangan niyang bayaran. Okay? So as you can see, no, yung comparative, no? Kitahin natin, no? Ang laki ng difference. Okay? Ang laki ng difference, no? Almost ito, like in this example, almost a savings of 1.5 million because of the train law, no? Because of yung mga amendments na yon, no? So as you can see, ang laki ng benefit sa mga heirs, no? Okay. So to summarize, ano ba yung benefits nitong train law, no? First, yun nga, it makes it affordable to the heirs to transfer the title of inherited property. So ngayon, no, mababa na yung rate, no? Because of the lower rate, it's a fixed rate of 6%, no? Meron pa siyang flexible payment terms, no? You can pay by installment or partial disposition of estate, no? So mas madali na, no, para sa mga heirs para ma-transfer yung title ng properties sa kanila. Okay? Next, ito, the one I'm saying, flexible mode of payment, no? So the BR now will allow you to pay in installment, no? In installment or partial disposition of estate, no? No? So so you'll have the flexibility, no, to pay, no, within your capacity, no? Kung ano bang gusto mo, kung ayaw mo ng full payment, no? No? Mag-installment ka muna or partial disposition muna ng estate, no? Allowed na yan under the train law. And the third, yung naka-important, unlocks the value of the inherited properties, no? With this, no? So since mababa na yung estate tax rates, no? Ang dami ng malaki na yung allowable deduction. It will make it easier for the heirs to transfer the title of the properties, no? You can already benefit, no? No? You can already benefit from your property inheritance, no? Right away, you can unlock the value. Pwede mo nang i-develop yung property, pwede mo nang ibenta, you can use it as a loan collateral, diba? So, automatically, no, mako-convert na siya kaagad as an asset para sa mga heirs. Okay? Kasi magagamit na kagad nila, mayu-utilize na nila. They can already enjoy the benefits right away. Okay, to give you lang a summary lang kung ano yung mga salient points dun sa amendments under the Train Law and Estate Tax Amnesty. Okay? The Train Law, okay, is RA 10963. Estate Tax Amnesty is Republic Act 11213. Okay? The IRR of the Train Law is under BIR RR number 12-2019. Under Estate Tax Amnesty is BIR RR number 6-2019. Okay, effectivity, the Train Law, January 1, 2018. Estate Tax Amnesty is June 15, 2019 up to June 14, 2021. No? So yung Estate Tax Amnesty, meron siyang deadline. Okay? Coverage, estate of decedents who died after December 31, 2017 for the Train Law, or ito yung January 1, 2018 onwards. Yung amnesty naman, estate of decedents who died before January 1, 20, who died before January 1, 2018. Okay? Estate tax rate, pareho siyang 6%. No? Allowable deductions. Under the Train Law, 5 million na yung standard deduction. Before, 1 million. Estate tax amnesty, covered pa rin ng old tax code, 1 million lang. Family home, maximum of 10 million. Yung sa amnesty, under the old tax code, yung coverage siya, 1 million lang. Yung medical expenses, hindi na siya allowed under the Train Law. But sa amnesty, pwede pa up to maximum of 500,000. Funeral expenses, the same. Under the Train Law, it's already repealed. Hindi ka na pwede mag-claim. Estate tax amnesty, maximum of 200,000. Judicial expenses, the same din. You cannot claim as deduction. In the estate tax amnesty, pwede, no? Yung actual expenses. Okay? Yung period of filing niya, yung Train Law, 1 year from the time of death. No? Kailangan ma-file na yung estate para hindi mag-incur ng penalty. Itong estate tax amnesty, 2 years from effectivity of the IRR or until June 14, 2021. Okay, so that's it. I hope that you learned something again from the benefits naman for the mga estate tax amendment under the Train Law. So as you can see, these two laws, no, they're very beneficial to the heirs, those who have relatives who died before December 31, 2017, they can avail of the estate tax amnesty. And for those naman, no, yung may mga relatives who died January 1, 2018 up to the present onwards, no, they can avail of estate tax amendments under the Train Law. Okay. So thank you. So we'll now entertain your question. I'll give back to you, Julius.
Okay, thank you so much, Hardy. This is amazing. We're getting a lot of good feedback here, and shout out to some of our co-brokers here who are here, also our fellow professionals. Hi there, Prof. Sai. Thank you for being here. We appreciate fellow master, fellow master tax consultant for us. Thank you so much for being here. Our co-brokers, Lisa. We also have some people who'd like to say hi. And we have a couple of questions. Cristela Brila, thank you. Hi there also. Maybe we can start the question and answer portion already here. Aaron Ang, thank you also for being here. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you, Mary. Dr. Mary Gauso from the Real Estate Hub. Thank you. Aaron Ang. Okay, Hardy, we're going to start the question and answer portion, no? For the what do you call this? For the questions that they were able to post during the seminar that you were doing. Okay. First question from Johanna Lonzon. For the withdrawal from bank accounts, is there a limit to the amount? And is the applicable estate tax will it depend on the date of death?
Um, First of all, kasi yung for the provision na wherein they allow it that you can already withdraw the bank deposits, no, without the settlement of the estate. This is only covered, Jules, under the train law. Okay, so meaning, so if he died before January 1, 2018, no, the old tax code will prevail. So they need to settle first yung the estate, no, all the estate, and then they need to get a car. Okay, but if it's under the train law, under the tax code, first, there's no limit naman, no, up to the amount, magkano yung pwedeng i-withdraw. Based on our experience, we have a client before who availed of this already. I think the bank will give you the requirements, no, and they will do the computation. Okay, but there's based on the tax code, no, there's no limit up to the amount, no, in how much you can withdraw. And with regards naman, to the question if you can avail it, if you can withdraw it by just paying the 6%, it will depend if it's covered under the estate is covered under the train law. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Hardy. Ang daming questions ngayon bigla. Okay, great. Okay, iisa-isahin natin, no? And we only have time for, I think, around 10 questions. But for those who have more questions, we will be able to answer some of your queries. Probably we'll do it offline, no? Kasi we only have a limited time here. But we will have one of our professionals probably reach out to you to help you guys out. So just in case you need to contact us, I'm just flashing our number on the screen. This is our hotline. It's 09171-CONVEY or 266-839. Or you can also send an email at inquire@conveyance.com.ph so that we will be able to answer some of your concerns. So back to other questions. We also have here, oh, there's just a greeting here. Eleanor Valmonte, good morning to all. Thank you for accommodating us from EVP Realty Bulacan. Thank you. June C, where can we contact you to ask for your services? It's flash on the screen right now. These are the contact details where you can reach us, guys. You also have a website, actually, if you want to check it out. It's conveyance.com.ph. Let me just flash it on the screen, and this is how it looks like. So you can check it out here. So these are the services that we provide for everyone. Now, if you are able to avail any of our services, there's also a title tracker, so you can click that one out, and then you can input your account number, and then it should be able to show you the should be able to show you the status of your account already. So even if you're abroad, for example, if you have an account with us, you will be able to check out where the property's title transfer status is. So you can see it here, and it's indicated here. This is a sample account that we have that we're showing you. So we're also observing Freedom of Information Act. So we are protecting everybody's information as we do this. So we have a couple of more questions. Oh, wow. Okay, let me just...
I have questions here. Can I answer? Jules,
yeah,
I have, in the Q&A, I have some questions here.
Mm-hmm.
Can I answer them?
Go ahead, Ardy.
Okay. So this is a question from Paulo Villavicencio. Okay, our good friend, Paulo. His question is, if the estate tax is paid via installment and BIR approves it, does BIR release the BIR car immediately upon the first tax payment, or issue the car only upon completion of payment of estate tax? Okay, good question, Paulo. No? Based on the under the train law, based on the provision, okay, in the partial disposition of estate, no, the BIR allows you to settle yung the estate of or a particular property lang, no, proportionate to the estate, and based on the provision, no. So if you pay for the taxes, estate tax for that particular property, BIR will release a car for that property only. So you can transfer the title, you can sell it, okay? However, no, yun nga, one of the requirement kasi, there must be an undertaking that the proceeds after nang mabenta yung property will be used to settle the payment or rebalance ng total estate tax. Okay? So the BIR will issue a separate car for that particular property under yung partial disposition of estate para mai-transfer siya kaagad para yung proceeds magamit to settle the balance for the estate tax balance of the other properties. Okay, so meron siyang separate car na i-issue.
Okay. Thank you for that, Hardy. We have another question here, Hardy. Um, they wanted to use the train law. However, the death occurred prior to the train law. Is this possible?
Yan yung sinasabi ko. That's why important yung I mentioned yung sa estate, no, yung first na kailangan nating i-determine is yung time of death or yung date of death. Kasi uh, um, that will be the basis if it will be covered by the amnesty or the train law, no? Kasi under the train law, those who died, no, yung estates of the decedents who died January 1, 2018 onwards, yun lang yung allowed under the train law. So prior to that, hindi siya. But it can be covered by the estate tax amnesty, no? Which I think will also be beneficial kasi mas mababa naman din yung rates, no? O kaya lang yung amnesty may deadline siya until June 14, 2021 na lang. No? So I suggest na i-avail niya na yon, no, while it's still existing.
Okay. So we have another question here, guys. Thank you. Oh, wow. Everybody's commenting us. Thank you, guys. We're here to serve you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach us via our lines, any of our our touch points, mobile, email, our website, our page. You can follow us also on Facebook and in Instagram. Just look for Conveyance PH. That's going to be us, and we'll be very much glad to help you guys out. So some people are asking here. Okay, I attended in connection to the previous question. No, some people are asking here. I attended the first webinar, and if you're taking questions, the title indicates the share of 9 siblings, and one passes away out of the 9. So the estate of the one who passed away, we want to settle it. How do they sell it? Do we wait until the settlement of the sibling that passed away?
Okay, good question, Julius. No, yun nga, no, when that's what I'm saying, yung importance ng estate tax, no. You cannot transfer yung share, no, nung namatay na owner dun sa mga heirs niya, no, legal heirs, unless the estate taxes are paid, no. So to answer that, so wala silang choice. Kailangan mo nang ma-settle yung estate, yung share, no, for that particular co-owner. Kasi I understand 9 yata sila na co-owners, no. So yung share nung isa na yun, no, kailangan mo nang ma-settle yung estate, mailipat dun sa mga heirs niya para sila yung pipirma, no, in behalf dun sa namatay na co-owner. However, before that to happen, no, kailangan mo na ma-transfer sa kanila yung title, kailangan mo na nilang mabayaran yung estate taxes.
Okay, thank you
So
so
hindi nila yun mabebenta without settling the estate tax first of yung share nung namatay, okay, na co-owner.
Yeah, that's very, very important. We have to make sure that those things are aligned first before we do the selling, no? Also to show that you're in good faith with the next buyer of the property. Okay. All right, here. There's another question here. Hi, Hardy. You mentioned family home regarding the amendments on the deduction from the gross estate. May I ask what's the basis of the value regarding the family home? How do you measure it? Is it by market value or zonal value? Thank you.
Okay. So regarding family home, no, since it's a real property, so based on the valuation of the BAR, no, it will be based on the zonal value or market value of that property at the time of death, no, whichever, okay, whichever is higher, okay. So it will be based on the market value or zonal value of the family home, no, at the time of death, whichever is higher. However, the maximum deduction that can be that will be allowed is only 10 million, no. So what does it mean? So for example, yung market value or yung zonal value ng property is 20 million, no. Ang allowable deduction niya lang na makiklaim is 10 million lang, maximum of 10 million. But for example, yung value naman ng property is less than 10 million, 8 million lang yung value ng family home. 8 million lang yung pwedeng maklaim ng deduction, hindi naman yung maximum na 10 million. Okay? So, the maximum value lang that can be allowed, that can be claimed for family home is 10 million.
Thanks so much, Hards. Okay, there's another question here. Okay, okay, ito. This is a good question. From Ethel. We have a house, okay, wait, okay. In the case that there's a house, and for example, my mother is already 97 years old. My siblings and I are asking if it's better to process the deed of donation now or just wait after our mom moves on and process the estate tax payment instead. Where will we be able to save more?
Okay, good question, Ethel, no? So parang that's part of estate planning, no? Right now kasi under the train law, no, as you can see based on my discussion, no, there are a lot of benefits, no, in terms of yung allowable deductions that are given for the gross estate, no. Kasi when you do a deed of donation right now, no, you just pay automatic 6%, no, of the zonal value or market value of the property, okay, whichever is higher, okay. However, but if but under the train law, no, for example, you just wait it out, no, and then you settle the estate, no, you will get a allowable deduction of first a standard deduction of 5 million, and then if there's a family home which is part of the estate, another deduction of a maximum of 10 million. So that's a total of 15 million deduction, no. So for example, ang total nung if you're for example, based on your what you estimate, no, yung value or gross value lang nung estate ng mother mo is less than 15 million, no. So pwede siyang tax exempt. Wala kayong babayarang estate taxes. Okay? So because of the deductions under the train law, no. So I can say, no, na mas malaki yung masisave, no. However, kasi ang ano diyan, key dyan, you have to understand, yung valuation kasi is based from the time of death, no. So for example, ngayon 2020 tayo. So for example, yung mother mo she's 97 years old, no. Namatay siya na 2025, no. So yung value ng property on 2025, that will be the basis, no. So hindi naman natin alam, baka by that time masyado namang tumaas na yung value ng property. Okay? But but right now, if you're going to do it right now, I think mas makakatipid kayo. Malaki yung savings nyo under the train law, no, if you pay the estate taxes.
Okay. There's another question here. Okay. If a newly transferred title to the heirs is available, can it be used as a collateral? There's an annotation of Section 4, Rule 74.
Yeah, good question. Right now, kasi it would depend on the banks, no. But most of the time, based on our experience, no, the bank especially, no, does not allow it unless you cancel the annotation. Kaya lang, the problem is, no, there's a 2-year prescriptive period from the date of annotation of the Section 4, Rule 74. So if it's only annotated, for example, right now, in 2020, so it cannot be canceled until 2022, no. So that would be a problem, no. So it would depend on the banks, no, if they will accept it. But based on our experience, most of the times the bank does not accept, no, yung properties with annotation, no, with yung under estate tax settlement to Section 4, Rule 74.
Thank you so much for that. Okay, that's quite a complicated question, no? As you know, it really depends on the bank, but there are some banks that it really depends highly. Okay, we have another question from Eli P. Benito. Okay, hi Conveyance. Do we need signed waiver from all the children and their spouses before proceeding with the e-car? What do you mean by this?
What does he mean? Do we need
signed waiver from all children and their spouse before processing? Maybe I don't understand the question, but maybe later we'll try to requalify this, no? That's fine. Okay.
Jules, I'm sorry, if I may add lang dun pala dun sa Section 4, Rule 74, one option pala is the heirs bond.
That's
if
correct.
the ano will allow, if they can get an heirs bond para i-allow na they can, kahit hindi pa siya nag-expire. No, baka that's an option, but it would depend on the bank. No?
Yes, that's actually correct. It really depends on the bank if they will accept that or not.
Oh.
That's correct. Okay, next. From Joyce of Remax Valor, who is allowed to withdraw the money of the decedent from the bank? Will all the heirs need to issue an SPA?
Yeah, I think based on the ano, well, it should be one of the legal heirs, no, and you should have an SPA of the other heirs as well, no, kasi I think the bank is quite strict, no, with regards to this, eh. Oo, that is correct, no. So he or she has to get the special power of attorney from the other heirs as well, no.
Okay, we'll be limiting this to the last three questions, guys. We have a lot, but we're very happy to assist you all. And we will continue the discussion after these three questions offline. If you will be able to reach us, you can reach us all at 0917 1 convey. So again, the contact details that we have are this one, 09171 266 You can reach us there, or you can also email us your concerns at inquire@conveyance.com.ph. You may also be able to reach us via Facebook or Instagram, and you can also email us, send us all of your concerns, and we'll be able to assist you guys. So this is it. You feel free to take a screenshot of our contact details so that we will be able to assist you one by one. There are some questions here kasi that have quite complicated, ang daming, what do you call this? There are 9 heirs, and then so and so may mga family tree na eh. So we are glad to help you, but since it will require a long time to answer more accurately, it would be better if we will be able to get back to you with your particular concern. So we do have a couple of questions here. Okay, I think this is a good one. If it's under a corporation, the property and the estate died, and the person died, will it be subject to estate tax?
Yes, yung shares of stocks, no? Kung yung shares of stocks under the name of dun sa ano, for example, yung decedent, may shares of stocks siya dun sa corporation, no? It will be included, no? Dun sa estate niya. Kasama yung shares of stocks.
Mm-hmm. Great. Okay. Okay. Second to the last question. My wife passed away in 2015. We have 2 boys already, aged 28 and 29. A subdivision lot we own both in our names. It says married to. Now, is it wise to transfer the title to my name only, or my name and the 2 boys?
Okay, so am I right, Jules? She died 2015.
Yes, and then they have 2 kids.
So this is before the train law, no?
Before the train law, right?
Before the train law, yes. Okay, so right now kasi, no, so it would depend din kasi na you can transfer it now, no, under pwede nang when you settle the estate, if you want, you can transfer it directly na to your children, okay? However, no, there, aside from the estate tax kasi, there will be an additional taxes that must be paid. Yun yung donor's tax, no, for your share, no, yung 50% share ng husband doon sa property, no. So pag transfer niya na yun ngayon, no, masasubject yun sa donor's tax or 6%, no. Kaya lang, the good thing is, the donor's tax kasi is based on the value of the property, no, at the time of donation, which is now. So kasi if he decides to transfer it, for example, 10 years from now or 15 years from now, no, it will depend ngayon on the value of the property at that time, which I think baka mas mataas na siya, no? Kasi dependent yan dun sa value of the property at the time of donation. Eh. So if he donates it now, it will be based on the value of the property now, no? But if he decides to donate it in the future, baka mas tumaas yung value mas mataas na yung value ng property noon, so mas mataas na yung magiging donor's tax in that situation.
Okay, thank you so much, Hardy. Okay, we have time for one more question. There's quite a lot here. Okay. Wait, I have to choose one. Kasi ibang questions, medyo incomplete yung information eh. Para we could give you one. Or Hardy, maybe you'd like to check out the questions so you can choose one.
Okay. And, ito good question to, no? Okay. Hi, i-rephrase ko na lang. Good morning. Ang question niya, if a foreigner daw has a property here and he died, no? Kailangan bang i-process yung estate or bayaran yung estate tax, no? Yes, kailangan. Kung meron siyang property here, no, in the Philippines, kailangan mabayaran yung estate taxes noon para malipat sa mga heirs niya, no? Ang question siguro dito, saan yan ifa-file? Kasi foreigner eh, no? So it will be filed in BAR RDO 39 sa Quezon City. Yun yung magiging venue of filing, no, nung returns and what do you call this, nung pagbayad ng estate tax. Kasi foreigner siya.
Would you like to answer a few more? Like one more? One last talaga
Sige.
before we move on?
Sige. Okay, I'm reading. Sige,
We still have 150 attendees. Thank you all guys for coming. It's really, really good. We're very happy to assist you all. This is the last question. Who would be the lucky person?
meron question dito but
Or if you have questions that are relevant to
yeah,
you.
this one kasi if the car has been filed before the train law, no, and paid partially, and they were not able to pay in whole because of the huge amount under the old BIR code, okay, can we reapply again so we can avail under the train law? Is that possible? Okay, so what's important to remember is before you have to determine first, no, am I covered by the train law? So how will I know? No, you have to know the date of death. Yun yung pinaka-importante. So irregardless kung nakapag-file na yan ng returns before, no, kailangan mo nang ma-check kailan ba namatay. So kung namatay siya before 2018, no, hindi siya covered ng train law. Okay? So in this case, before sinabi niya meron na siyang car na file na before the train law, no, nabayaran na pero partial lang, hindi pa full payment, no, they cannot reapply again, no, unfortunately under the train law hindi sila covered, no? Kasi I'm sure namatay ito before 2018 kasi before the train law na file. So what they can do is they can avail of the estate tax amnesty kasi under the estate tax amnesty pwede yun yung returns na with the assessment or without assessment you filed, yung mga na-file or hindi pa na-file, pwede yun, covered pa rin yun ng estate tax amnesty.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think that's all the time we have today. Oh my gosh, it's type of questions. Pero maybe the best thing we can do, we will just get in touch with you guys. Please feel free to send us a message. You have our hotline. I'll just flash it again on the screen. I also posted it in the chat box. You may reach us here. You can check out any of our services that we provide in the website here in this one too, conveyance.com.ph, so that we will be able to help you. And again, the services that we offer include title transfer, for sale, donation, extrajudicial settlement or inheritance, verification of property location, payment ng RPT, cancellation of annotation, assistance in subdivision or consolidation, title verification. And it really gives you all of these convenience that you actually need so that you don't have to get confused with all of these processes. I know actually it's there naman for you, and if you just need any help and if you need to talk about your particular case, we are here and we are open to serve you guys. So unless you have any questions, well, okay. Oh my, some of them kasi are quite specific, no? But maybe the best thing we can do is to help you guys out after this. So we will be getting in touch with you. Please feel free to get in touch with any of our professional staff that are very happy and are willing to take your call. Please feel free to message them today. We'll ask them to get back to you as soon as possible. And we thank you guys for coming, and we look forward to seeing you again. This is the second of 2 series that we were able to do. We might be able to do future ones. We don't know yet, but we will be announcing if ever there will be another one for this. But for the meantime, you can stay, follow us. The conversation continues. Follow us in our social media on Facebook and Instagram. It's Conveyance PH. You can check us out. And thank you again, guys, for attending. Thank you for the time. We love you all. We're very happy to be of service to you. Get in touch with us. We're just here to service all of your needs. Amazing. Thank you so much, guys. All right. Thank you. We'll see you guys again soon, okay? Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you, guys. Be safe.
Stay safe, guys.